สวัสดีครับ I am สิทธิเชษฐ์เจนเรื่อย from the Department of Linguistics Research Institute of Language and Culture of Asia, Mahidol University. I'm going to present about the decline of Korat dialect vitality via online social media. I'm focusing on attitude and language choice. Let's go together. Okay, I'm going to talk about the decline of Korat dialect vitality via online social media because today the dialect is we focus on the dialect vitality more because every language has their own wisdom. So we want to maintain language to collect the information or knowledge of each dialect. Why do we have to study about the dialect? So the first thing we are going to the term definition. First is about the dialect. Dialect is a form of language that is spoken in particular part of the country or by a particular group of people, and that contains some words, grammar, or pronunciation. So in general, it can be mean the ways the words are said. Okay, this is the definition from the Cambridge Academic Content Dictionary. Okay, so for Thai general linguistic dictionary, it has been described as above, such as is the specific area of language that used in particular area. For it can be small and big, such as the region or the northern dialect, like this. Okay, and the city dialect. So, and it can call that is a variety of the language, and it can show the social background as well as the occupation dialects as well. Yeah. Okay. And the prestige hierarchy of language in Thailand, Antonio and Lionel has shown that Thai is now English is the higher prestige than Standard Thai, and the English can be used in international and every school that has been at the English program as well. And Standard Thai is the Central Thai language, Central Thai dialect. While we have the regional dialects as well, such as the Northern or Northeastern. And my study is focusing on the city or community in provincial dialect. Okay. The background of Korat dialect, we still have no idea on where are Korat people from. Okay, so one of my hypothesis about the Korat dialect is might be from the language contact between the people around that area, and they come together and they use they try to be some standard Thai language. Okay, and where is it spoken? If we think about the geography, is geographical or aerial linguistic, it might spoken on. It may be spoken on around Nakhon Ratchasima province. But in Nakhon Ratchasima province, there's some part that isn't spoken Thai Korat, but another place such as Chayapum, Buriram, Lopburi, Saraburi, Mahasarakam, or somewhere else around that area too. Okay, and for Korat dialect, it was been cited as for 100 years, more than 100 years by Kun Mahavichai Jan, cited in Panupong, 1984. 84. The accent of the Korat people was similar to authentic Thai, but it was also like an Eastern Lao and Khmer in the past. The inhabitants might mostly be Khmer and Lao, but since the reign of King Rama V, Rama V, most of them are Thai. I don't agree. I don't mean that I agree with him, but we have the evidence like this. And another book is From Ancient Thai to Modern Dialects by Brown 1965. Also told that about the Korat dialect is the mixed languages. It might be changed from the original Lao to study standard Thai. Okay, so now Korat Thai or Korat Thai dialect, or actually we can say Korat dialect, is spoken in Nakhon Ratchasima province and around them. Okay, and another aspect I'm going to study is about the language attitude. Why do I have to study? Because language and attitudes is very important for socio-linguistic, that it can predict a given linguistic behavior. For example, the choice of the particular language in multilingual communities, where they use that language, and language the loyalty and language prestige. Okay, then some Korat people may think they are higher prestige than other province in northeast of Thailand as well. Yeah, and another thing is about the language vitality. Today, from my study, I found that it has been less used in new generation. So the language vitality is declining, and language vitality is demonstrated by the extent that the language is used as the means of communication in the various social contexts for specific purpose. The most significant indicator of language vitality is its daily use in the home. So when I study, I found that it less used in home. So now the vitality has been declining. Okay, and there's the previous studies. Many studies has conducted for the phonological study or phonetic study. From the list above, from the list here, mostly are the sound system of phonology, but there are two things about the lexical words, and there's the meaning as well. And for Manas Gomonta, study by the acoustic phonetics. Okay, and another part is I'm going to focus is about socio-linguistics study. It's about Wanni Bunyasak. It applied to study to the because they have the native spoken language influence on writing Thai. Okay, and Rapipon City study about the variation of the word and then the tone depending on age. This is very socio-linguistic. And Butswa Fang Saken also study about the attitude and language choices I did. But she studied not online social media. I'm focusing on social media. And Gon Kamon Vairabut Pennapa Siriwong study about the existence of Korat dialect. Okay, when I study about Korat dialect, I have to define two groups of Korat. First is Thai group and Lao group, because actually this is a proto-Thai that's mixed between Thai and Lao together. This the big group, the big subgroup of Thai Kadai family. Okay, and I use the Guyanese tone box to see the tone variation. From Ajahn Kalyaya Tingsapat has told that the Northeastern Thai dialect, there are two characteristics. First, it's merged in B letter. This is B. Okay, in B channel, in B box. But for C and D syllable with long vowel, it can be the ladder like this. So it's called the long ladder. If some part of Korat dialect has been spoken like this, we can call it loud Korat dialect. Okay, this is the loud Korat dialect, the same tone as as before. Okay, as aforementioned. Okay, and another is about Thai Korat. I focus more on Thai Korat dialect tone. As Rinpom or Chalida Rinpom, 1977, have studied, there are four main tones. First is the rising, mid-level, falling, and they merge together from this B and C. And also for B and C, for this, it's called for Ga, that means the first go for, okay, high falling. Okay, and the specific objectives is to investigate the attitude and language choice on Korat dialect via online social media. Okay, and the methodology is mixed methods, also quantitative and qualitative research. For quantitative, I studied by questionnaires. 153 participants, age range around 15 to 69 years old. And the qualitative research I have divided into two parts. First, it is interview for 15 participants, and the observation is about the social media usage. Okay, and the gender, most of the participants are the female women, and this is the age range. Okay, so I have variety of opinions from many age, and as well as the occupation. I have the most is teacher and the private sector official, okay, and the student. Okay, then the residents, I also studied from the student who from the participants from in staying in Nakhon Ratchasima province and outside Nakhon Ratchasima province. When I ask about the daily language, they use standard Thai the most, about 52%. That's very similar to Thai Korat, but later on Lao Korat. Okay, and for when I ask about the language choice in family domain, most of them specify that they use Thai Korat dialect the most. But actually, when I ask about their talk to non-Korat-native spouse, we talk to non-native spouse, they show that most of them use the standard Thai with their spouse. Okay, but the lesser one is Thai Korat dialect, and the least is Lao Korat. Okay, and then the language choice with their child. The language choice with their child, most of them use the speak the standard Thai to their children. Why? I have asked in interview in the later section. Okay, and then the language choice with parents. But for their parents, the elder, they talk mostly in Thai standard, in Thai Korat dialect. Okay, and then when you go to the market domain, that means in casual business, they mostly talk standard Thai. Okay, even in casual. And then when I ask about the official domain, most of them, about 95%, they speak standard Thai. Okay, and when they meet their neighbors or their friends around the community, Most of them use the Thai Korat dialect, but the lesser one is standard Thai. It can compete. Okay, so what about what they think about the decline of Korat dialect? When asked about in general, Korat dialect as is spoken later. They think in the middle, but slightly on the most. Okay, but when I focus on the young generation, the curve become more higher. Okay, and then the opening on Korat dialect revitalization, if there's the way that we can revitalize it, most of them agree with it. And then about language choice in school domain, when they're focusing on the formal and informal domain, for when they talk to the teacher, most of them use the standard Thai. But when they talk to the friend, most of them use the regional and the other district dialect. Okay, and then in the school, I reconfirm, I want to confirm to insist whether it's right or not. Also, it's also the same. Okay, and then when I ask about with friends via social media, most of them, about 80%, use the use standard Thai. The laser is Thai Korat, and then with colleagues via online social media, 100%. With relatives via social media, the most is Thai Korat in other district. Okay, and the standard Thai the most, and the laser is about the other district Thai Korat dialect. And then about the business, is so wonderful that for business domains, the most of them use standard Thai, but the laser is Lao, is Korat, Lao Korat. Okay, and then when in market again, I also ask in interview, about 46% they talk in Thai Korat in other district dialect. And on phone or social media, 100% they use in business. Okay, and for official, they also 100 used. For social media domain, when I focus on social media domain, how often do they post Korat on social media? It's quite less. It's quite less. And then for when they chat on social media, it's quite late. It's quite little too. Okay, and then less use of Korat dialect. They might not sure a bit, but five of them, 33% has agreed that is has been used less. And then social media, such as if there's the social media such as Facebook fan page, it can help Korat dialect vitality. Okay, okay, and then when we talk about the online activities can promote awareness on Korat dialect too, is also the most agree with it. And if there's a sticker of Korat that we use it, it can help. Yeah, a lot of them agree with it. And if there's an activities, this is a further study that I'm studying about the revitalization. This is the previous study about the preview study for the further studies. Okay, for interview, I can find that Korat dialect choice, the person who used the Korat dialect with their family, the thing is native language, so the use is from when they're were born, and then for the and then it's easy to understand, and they accustomed with it. Okay, for the person who use the standard Thai language, especially for their children, they think it's standard. It is a standard. It can be standardized, and then it will prepare the children to be able to study other language better, and it can associate with a wider society, and it's formal, it's polite. So I wonder whether if I study further, it is show that is it show that Korat dialect is impolite or not? Okay, and the very important factors is about the spouse who is non-Korat-native. Okay, and this is the example of Korat dialect language usage on social media, like sticker. For the first group is on above, it shows that this is very specific word that can understand only Korat dialect speaker. But for this, it can mix between Thai, standard Thai, Lao Korat, and Thai Korat. So, for example, ครูมายังไปทำเวรเอาที่สบายใจนอนก่อน It's the same as standard Thai, so it doesn't mean they use Korat dialect. This is created by the student from Suratnari Vidya School, that is a big school, the provincial school. So they mix between the student from many areas of Korat. Okay, and for observation on social media, I can find that there are some words that mostly frequently used, such as deng. That means two. Okay, if I want to go to, I want to go with you. That means can I go deng? Okay, and then vời hơi. I don't know. And vời hơi these are the particles that you use to express the feeling about how is it, they are not okay with it. Okay, and then the question is like the question, yes no question, ni wa is like, is it right or wrong, like that. Okay, they are frequently used. Okay, this is all of my presentation. Thank you very much.